I want to offer a little pep talk as morale might be getting low with the shutdown and struggling with dogs at home, especially because things are just so much not the normal right now. So I want to start by saying that puppies are frustrating. They can be incredibly frustrating. Even for somebody like myself, it's my job to help other people learn to live with their dog, teach their dog good house manners, teach their dog obedience. I still find puppies incredibly frustrating and very stressful sometimes. When my dog was a puppy, there were times where I was in tears because I just wanted to take a shower without having him barking and crying because I had left the room for 5 minutes. There were times where I felt like I was crazy for bringing home a puppy and thinking that I could do this and thinking that everything would be fine. But every person I know who works with dogs feels the same way about the dog that's in their own home. So even people like myself, whose job it is to help other people with their dogs, we still find puppies especially to be frustrating because they don't know anything, and we have to teach them that. They don't speak our language. They don't know anything when we first bring them home, and it's a huge transition for dogs of any age to go from one home to the next. And so when you have a dog in a new environment, there is a rule of 3, and that is it takes the dog 3 days to relax and realize that the new environment that they are in is the new place that they'll be staying. And then it takes another 3 weeks for the dog to start to let their guard down and get into their new routine. And then it takes 3 months for the dog to be fully adjusted to their new environment. And so what that means is that when you bring a puppy home, whether it's a paws puppy or another dog at any age, they go through a transition. And that is a really rough transition for the person, for the whole household, and for the dog. So it's important to keep that in mind when, yes, it's a paws dog and we breed them for workability and temperament stability, but you also have to keep in mind that they are working dogs, so they want to do things. Not every one of our dogs makes it as an assistance dog, which then means that not every one of our dogs is going to have what people think of when they think of the assistance dog personality. You would picture a very calm, mellow dog. They still have to mature, they still have to grow, they have so many things to learn. So whether you bring home a foster puppy at 3 months old, or you take a puppy from another raiser and the puppy is 13 months old, they are going to go through a really rough transition. They may try things at your house that they didn't try at the previous home, but this is a new place, and so the dog wants to see, what can I get away with? Can I break rules here? And then there's just the general adjustment to being in a new place, dealing with new people. And we see this with our dogs that come in for training for clients, which is why it's a process and it's not a fast process necessarily. And then even with our dogs, when they go home to clients, the client does not take the dog out in public for the first month that the dog is home. And then once they do start going out in public, they're going with their field representative so that we can make sure that things are going well. Joe. And so even for our clients, the dog has to adjust. So if you're feeling frustrated, whether it's because you have an 8-week-old or a 9-week-old puppy at this point, we didn't have any puppies go home this week. If you have, you know, a 9, 10, 11-week-old puppy that is driving you a little bit crazy, or you have an older puppy from somebody else's home that you've taken in, or maybe you've had the same puppy the entire time throughout all of this, but a lot of our puppies are getting up into major teenager stages now because of everything being pushed back. Dogs are frustrating. It's not just you. The good thing is that you have the support system of the Paws staff. You have the support system of myself and Julie. You've got the other volunteers and raisers. You have your puppy club leaders. You have mentors. So if you're feeling frustrated, reach out to somebody, talk through it, and we'll come up with a solution for how we can make things easier, but also know that it's very normal for dogs to drive you a little bit crazy, especially teenage dogs, and that even the professionals don't have an easy time with it all the time.